and also just having to face something. You didn't feel ready to face this thing, and you just had to. You know, if you look at this knight, he just doesn't look as if he's in control of his horse. You know, he looks as if he's just kind of thrown everything together. He's jumped on, and you know, I think the horse can tell that's what he's done. Horses can tell whether the rider's confident or not, and yeah, this one's jumping up and down. So I think this was a person that you had to face, but I think it was also about some kind of practical thing. I think you had to do some kind of practical thing, and yeah, you had to do this thing. It was the last thing you felt like doing, but you just had to do it. That's what I'm seeing. I think there were a lot of other things on your mind as well, and you just didn't feel ready mentally or emotionally to be able to deal with this or tackle this. It's just like, I'm not ready to do this. I just don't feel ready, but you just had to. I'm feeling a bit of judgment around this as well. I'm getting this really strong feeling of having to get something right. And having to do that with some eyes watching you, you know, with this judgment. So I don't know if this was some kind of test or exam or something. It might have been a practical exam because you had someone in front of you watching you. That's what I'm seeing, some kind of test. And yeah, there's a feeling of freedom around this as well. It's sort of like, you know, if you passed this, or if you showed that you could do whatever this was, you'd get the freedom or the feeling of freedom at the end of this. So it might be some kind of license, might be something like that. So if this is resonating, and you know, you've actually done this thing, because this is in the past, you probably have, if you've done this thing, and if you're kind of waiting for the result and you're thinking, oh, this is terrible, you know, if you're thinking something like that, my feeling is that you probably passed this. I'm getting a very positive feeling around this. I think you probably did a lot better than you thought you did. I'm not seeing an A+ or anything amazing like that. It's probably not the most amazing result in the world, but it's okay. You know, if you're stressed around this, I don't think there's any need to be stressed around this. I am seeing some kind of pass, because I'm seeing a kind of a relief happening in this. I think you were a little bit emotional, or more than a little bit emotional actually, while you were doing this. And yeah, you would have preferred to have not have done this at this time. You would have preferred to have let yourself stabilize and, you know, be a bit more prepared while you felt a bit better. But yeah, I keep on getting this feeling that you had to do this at this time. There was no other opportunity or any other time or anything. You had to do this. Yeah, so, you know, if you have done this, it's one less thing you have to worry about, because I am picking up a lot of worry and a lot of stress around you. So, you know, I think the stress is starting to wind down a bit now. The feeling I'm getting is, you know, you've had some kind of shock, and that's probably why you're so stressed. Some kind of bad experience, and that's given you all of this kind of emotional stress and everything. And you were still in the aftershock of all of that. And I think that's why you weren't prepared, because you had this emotional stuff. You're all in your head and you couldn't quite see clearly to prepare properly. But again, I am seeing positivity here. I am seeing that you've done a lot better than you actually thought you did, if this is resonating with you. So the next card you have your past is the Tower, yes. Okay, so I think this thing that was on your mind was something about, yeah, I think it was in the shadow of something. It was in the shadow of something big. I think it was probably some kind of big breakup. I don't know how long ago it was. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. You were still in your mind about this. You were still upset about this. There was huge stress around this situation, and you couldn't get yourself together to do this thing or to pass this thing, but you did. You managed to get yourself together. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you, but I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. Part of the reason why this person held on to you for a lot longer than they should have, and I think that's what they did. They held on and held on. This was about control. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think it was about love. It was very different in the beginning, as you probably know. They probably did have love for you in the beginning, but toward the end, I think even in the middle, and even after it was all over for them, this was more about control than anything else. They were trying to have this kind of say over you, control over you. Look at the crown on this card. They thought they were the king. They thought they were in charge of everything. And maybe they thought they're in charge of you as well. I'm getting that. I'm getting this control. But you know what happened was the crown came down. This card's all about things being forced, things that aren't supposed to happen being forced, and then nature takes over, you know, the universe takes over, and everything that's not supposed to be there falls down, and then in the aftermath of that, everything goes back to the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stress around this, and whoever this was, they really hated being out of control. But they weren't supposed to be in control. They weren't supposed to be in the position they were in. It's gone back to its normal position. It's the one it's supposed to be in. They weren't supposed to have this control over you. And I think that's probably why they were still bothering you after all this ended. It was the control they missed. That's what I keep on seeing. I know this is specific, but if this is resonating, this is the Tower. It had to happen. You know that no matter what they have to say to you, even if they have to say anything to you in the future, if they try to come back or whatever, you know that, they know that deep down as well. No matter what they say, they know that this wasn't supposed to be what was happening. They knew what they were doing was not right. That's what I'm seeing. If this person tries to contact you, if they try to start things again or whatever, please don't let them talk their way back in. Don't let them take the control back. It goes against the nature of things. No one's supposed to be in control of you. No one's supposed to wear a crown in front of you. Only you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The last card you have for your past is the Ace of Wands. Okay, I love this card. This is the action card. This is pure action. So what I'm seeing here is this is fantastic. I'm so happy to see this. This is about you being determined to move on with your life. And yeah, I'm just so happy to see this, especially if what I'm seeing in the Tower is correct, if it's resonating with you. I think this thing that you had to pass, it might have had something to do with you moving on or moving forward into a new life, because I was feeling all this freedom around this, hinging on this. There was, there was freedom attached to the result of this test or whatever this was, and maybe that was another reason why there was this extra level of stress attached to that. You felt that you needed that to help you to move forward. That's what I'm seeing. And the feeling I'm getting around this is that you're in control now. You're in control of your movements. You're in control of everything. And that's the way it should be. That's the natural order of things. And that's why the universe came and fixed this all up for you in the Tower card. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have your present is the Four of Swords, yes. So this is sort of echoing what I was seeing a bit in the Knight of Wands. You've been through this shock. Now you're recovering, and this is going to just take time. I'm sure you know this is all just going to take time. It just takes however long it takes for you to fully recover from this. I think in years to come, you're probably still going to have some flashbacks and things like that if this person is as horrendous as I'm seeing here. But yeah, you're in recovery. I think at this time you're still going to have a lot of their words ringing around in your head. Look at this man. He's lying down, he's resting, he's recovering, but he still has these swords kind of hanging over his head. Whoever this is, this ex, I think they said some pretty nasty, pretty bad things to you. I'm getting this feeling that maybe they might have known things maybe about your background. I think you might have told them a little bit about your background, problems in your background, things that happened to you when you were a child, maybe. And some of these things they knew about. You told them some of these things about what happened when you were growing up. So the thing is, they knew exactly what to say. They knew what to say to upset you. They knew what to say to kind of hurt you. this is just horrible. This is a horrible person that I'm picking up on. Yeah, I'm just so sorry if this is all resonating with you. I'm really surprised the devil isn't here, actually. But yeah, no, he's probably not here because you're not chained to them anymore. So that's a good thing. If he was here, you'd still be stuck to them. What I want to say here is that these words that are ringing around in your head, if this is resonating, these words are not you. They're not you. The words that were said to you when you were growing up, they're not you. The words that this horrible person said to you are not you either. You're you. Only you can describe you, because you're the only one who truly knows you. Doesn't matter who it is. They don't know you as well as you. Every time one of these words comes into your head, you can say, go away, that's not me, and let it go away. Just keep on doing that every time it comes in. Those words are not you. That's all I have to say about that. The next card you have here present is the Lovers. So yeah, this is really interesting. This is a really complex card. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you or not, but what I'm seeing here is a decision. Sometimes this card can be about a choice between two people in love. I think for you, it's going to be about a choice between being with someone or waiting. There is a new person coming up for you, if you're single, obviously. And what I'm seeing happening is, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think you're going to reject this person. I don't think you are. I think the choice is going to be about whether you jump in to new love or whether you're going to just hold back and wait a bit. The feeling I'm getting is that you're probably going to hold back. That doesn't mean you're kind of saying no to them. That just means that you're taking it easy, taking your time. And I think you're going to let them know that. And I think they're going to respect that, actually. Yeah, this is probably going to sound a bit bad. But I'm seeing you sort of putting them in some kind of probation period. Not because you think you're better than anyone else or because you want to test them or anything like that. It's just that, you know, you're going to still be in a bit of a vulnerable state for a while. And, you know, you're just being careful. It's sensible. That's all it is. It's just sensible. You're just preserving yourself. So, you know, sometimes when people come out of a really difficult relationship or, you know, a controlling relationship, which is what I'm seeing here, they can attract people who sense this sometimes. So, you know, I'm not seeing any problems around them. I'm not seeing they're going to do that. But I think you are doing the right thing. Self-preservation is a good thing, especially for you at this time. Because, you know, what I'm seeing in the Four of Swords is you're still in recovery. You're still in recovery mode. So, you know, yeah, you're doing the right thing if this is resonating. The last card you have here present is the Hierophant. Yeah, this is really interesting as well, and it's sort of reflecting what I'm seeing in the Four of Swords, because I'm seeing some of these kind of nasty words again, or nasty things someone said, and this goes right back to your past. Yeah, I'm actually seeing a situation where you might have to make a decision about someone else, someone totally different. This is going to be, yeah, this is going to be a really difficult thing, I think, a really difficult decision. I'm getting a lot of really heavy energy around this, and there's a lot of history here. Like, I think you've known this person for a long time. I'm seeing family around this as well, so it might be a family member. I'm getting this feeling of being put down and not wanting to listen to what this person was saying. You might have been a child at this time when they were doing this, saying this to you. You might have even had your hands over your ears when they were saying certain things to you so that you couldn't hear what they were saying. If you look at this Hierophant, he has his ears covered. So whatever this is, or whoever this is, I should say, I think they had some kind of authority over you as well, so it might be a parent. I think this decision's about help. I think they're going to ask for your help or need your help at some time soon or something like that. And you're going to have to make a kind of a really difficult choice. For some reason, this person's going to appear to be quite vulnerable to you. And I think this is going to be quite a difficult thing for you to see. They also have someone else around them who just isn't good for them. I'm seeing that as well. So, you know, if you know who this is, They are going to ask for your help, and they are going to need your help. And this is a choice that only you can make, because you'll have to think about this and you'll have to balance this all up. It's not going to be easy for you. A lot of people will just say to you, oh, they're family, you have to help them. And you might say that, and that's absolutely fine. But also, if you feel as if this person's done something really terrible to you, if it's a really severe case of abuse or whatever, or something quite severe, I can't quite see how severe this is. It might just be they said a few things. Okay, that's not too bad. Or it might be they really, really affected you. Or it might be something very, very severe. I'm not sure where this is on the scale. So of course this is up to you to kind of sort that out in your head, I should say. But it's going to be quite a difficult decision for you to make, and it's going to make you kind of go back into that time when you're a child and revisit that. So this is quite a difficult thing for you to go through. Take your time on this. Really think about this very carefully. That's all I can say there. I can't really advise you because I'm not sure where it is. Anyway, so the first card you have your future is the Page of Swords. Yes. Okay, what this is showing me is that this ex, I think they're probably still watching you. They might be looking at you maybe on social media. Even if you totally block them, they're probably still doing things like looking at your profile picture to see if it's changed, or if there's anything at all to give them any kind of clue about what you're doing, where you're at, how you're feeling. I just keep on seeing them hating this feeling of being out of control, and that's how they're feeling at this time, totally out of control, and it's driving them absolutely crazy. I can see that. So if this is all resonating, I think they are going to keep on trying to find different ways to contact you, or to look at you, or see what you're doing. I think you probably have blocked them actually, but if you haven't, just in case you haven't, just be aware that they're probably still going to keep on trying and trying and trying. So, if this person's anywhere near as bad as what I'm seeing here, and I was seeing a pretty horrific person, please, please, please block this person. Any communication from them might set you back emotionally, and I'd hate to see that. You have to stay strong. You have to stay as strong as you can. You've come a really, really, really long way. Don't go back there. Even in your head, if you start to go back in your head, you start thinking about it, going down that road again. Oh, I remember this. Don't. Try not to do this. Try to get rid of them totally. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm sorry, cross-watchers, this might not be about you. I'm not saying you're evil. I know I get a lot of people saying, oh, that's not me. It might not be about you. Okay, this is what I'm seeing in this reading for Aquarius. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is Judgment. Yeah, I keep on seeing this. I know this is specific, but I keep on seeing this, and I have to say this because I don't want this to happen to someone. I think this person's going to come back and they're going to try to apologize to you at some time. Is this going to be a sincere apology? All I can say is they want control. So I would say no, because I keep on seeing, I want the control back. I want the control back. I'm going crazy. I can't stand this. So if they're going to apologize to you, what do you think? My feeling is, in seeing everything in this reading, is that no. I don't believe it's going to be sincere. Okay, I just need to say this. If this whole reading's for you, every day, every minute, every second that you're away from this person, you're getting stronger, you're getting more confident, you're getting closer and closer and closer to true freedom. You're already physically free, but your mind and your emotions still need to catch up with that. Give your mind a chance to catch up, and give your freedom, give your emotions, give everything a chance to catch up, and you'll get that freedom eventually. My feeling is that this person can sense that you're not properly healed yet. I know that probably sounds a bit creepy, but these kinds of people can sense these things sometimes, and that's what I'm seeing happening here. They're thinking, they're probably still in a vulnerable position. I can come back, they'll still come back, I can get my control back, I can get... No, do not do it. Close the gap between where you are physically and where you are emotionally and mentally. And whatever you do, Don't let this person squeeze between those gaps. Don't do that. Close them up. The last card you have for your future is the World. Look at this card. Look at this card. This is where you're heading. Don't forget that. This is where you are heading. This is where you want to be. If they do come back, if they say anything, if they do anything, think about the woman on this card. Think about how free she is. She's floating around in this beautiful blue sky. And look at the man in the Four of Swords, just up the top in the middle there again. At the moment, if this is all resonating, you're still like this man in the Four of Swords, recovering, getting yourself back together. But if you keep on heading down this path that you're already going down, and you make sure this person doesn't come anywhere near you, you'll be able to take off into total freedom, just like this woman on this card. All I have to say to you is keep on walking and don't look back. That's all I have to say there. So Aquarius, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone, but if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you'd like to do. Thank you so much for watching.